The resting period. When God calls you to be still. There comes a time in every believer's walk with God when he simply says, rest. Not move, not hustle, not strive, just rest. And for many of us, that's one of the hardest instructions to obey, because we've been taught that activity equals progress, that if we're not doing something, we're falling behind. Sometimes the most powerful growth happens in stillness, and sometimes God does his best work in us when we do nothing. 1. What is the resting period? The resting period is a spiritual season where God pulls you away from movement and activity, not to punish you, but to prepare and restore you. It's a time when things may slow down to prepare you for the next phase. But that silence is not absence. It's incubation. God is growing something in you. He's renewing your strength. He's teaching you to rely on him again, not on your own effort, not on your momentum, not on people, but on him alone. Isaiah 30:15 says, "In returning and rest you shall be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength." 2. How to know you're in a resting period. You'll know you're in a resting period when doors that used to open, close. Resting also takes place at the end of a phase. For example, if you've been unemployed and spending all day applying for jobs, you finally get a new job which you will be starting soon. There should be a period of rest between the stressful job searching phase and your first day at the new job, even if it's just one day. Another example is resting after the end of a relationship. When an intimate relationship ends, there should be a period of rest for reflection and restoration before moving on to the next one. Hence, the resting period is a time of surrender, trust, and restoration. When your energy for certain things fades, not out of burnout, but out of divine redirection. You'll notice that you don't fit in certain circles anymore. The drive that used to keep you pushing doesn't feel right. It's like God placed a spiritual pause button on your life. That's not rejection, that's protection. He's protecting you from rushing into something before you're ready. If you feel like you're being shut in by God, take comfort. Noah was shut in the ark too. While the world was drowning, God was preserving him. 3. What to do during the resting period. So what do you do when God says, rest? 3 main things: recharge, reflect, and realign. 1. Recharge your spirit. Spend time in the Word. Pray, not to get something, but to become something. Use this time to rebuild your connection with God without pressure or performance. Worship. Journal. Rest your body. Take care of your soul. 2. Reflect on what God has done. Often rest is God's way of saying, look back and see how far I've brought you. Because sometimes we get so busy chasing the next thing that we forget to thank him for the last thing. David said in Psalm 23, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul." Notice, he makes me. Sometimes God has to make us rest because we wouldn't do it on our own. 3. Realign your priorities. Resting seasons expose what matters most. You'll start seeing what truly feeds your soul versus what just drains you. 4. What happens during the resting period? While you're resting, God is restructuring things behind the scenes. Think about a seed in the ground. From the surface, it looks like nothing is happening. But underground, roots are forming, systems are developing, and new life is being prepared to break through. God is repairing what was broken in you. He's restoring what was lost. He's renewing your strength so that when the next season begins, you'll be ready, not weary. In Exodus 14:14, God said, "The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still." He's aligning divine connections and opening doors that will swing wide when the time is right. You're not behind. You're being built. 5. The dangers of resisting the rest. When you resist rest, you end up moving in the flesh instead of the spirit. You start forcing doors open that God closed. You burn yourself out trying to do what only grace can do. If you move before God releases you, you risk losing the very thing he was preparing for you. Remember, even Jesus rested. He withdrew from the crowds. He took time to be alone with the Father. If the Son of God needed to rest, what makes us think we don't? 6. Signs that your resting period is ending. How will you know when the resting season is ending? You'll start to feel a new stirring in your spirit. Ideas will begin to return. God will bring divine connections or opportunities that match your preparation. And most importantly, you'll feel peace about moving forward. Not pressure, not fear, not guilt, just peace. Philippians 4:7 says that the peace of God will guard your heart and mind, that peace will be your green light. If you're in a resting period, enjoy it. Don't despise it, don't rush it. Don't compare your season to someone else's. While they may be harvesting, you're planting. While they may be visible, you're being strengthened in secret. You are simply being refined. The resting period is where warriors are rebuilt, prophets are sharpened, and purpose is purified. And when God says move, you'll move with divine power, direction, and peace. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is rest. So, rest. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you.